planned. Just being in the right place, right time. Did what I was supposed to do. Me and Spencer, were on the same page, and it played out that way, and I'm glad it did. So, yeah.
Did you, I know it's kind of single coverage there, and you feel like you can stack your guy, and that's kind of how it worked right off the ball?
Yeah, definitely. When I came out and saw press, me and Spencer, we kind of know, we have that connection, that I can win those deep balls. And, when he came out press, I was just hoping that I could get off the line cleanly, and I did. And luckily, we had that connection, and he credit to Spencer. That ball couldn't have been thrown any better, and, I just caught it and was in the end zone. It was a crazy feeling.
How about the second one, the second long one that you didn't quite score on, but the long play? Can you describe what happened there?
Yeah, saw press again, and beat him inside, one inside, and, not sure how long it was, but another big play to spark our offense. I'm just out there doing, what I can do to help the team. We practice that every day, so.
Does it help with the confidence and get two really big catches like that?
Yeah, it definitely does. Felt like, I got my feet wet today, and, I felt more confident, first catch was a big catch, and as I went out there more, you just feel more confident in your game, definitely.
You and Arlen were both a huge part of that first opening touchdown drive, and then also Connor Colby was playing a lot on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about the performance of your freshman class, and what does it mean to be a part of something so special?
Yeah, it means a lot. I feel like we have a special class because we're all happy for each other. We support each other, and Connor's one of the hardest working dudes I know. He's in the facility, earlier than anyone. He just knows what he's supposed to do, and he gets it done. I also want to talk about Arlen, too, because it's another guy that's just a hard worker, and, he'll show more in the future. He's super special. He just has a explosive ability, and he just has a knack to make big plays. So, it was fun to be out there. Same drive, we both made two big plays, so, that was a great experience.
You guys had more explosive plays this week. You had a few last week. It's starting to grow. Is this something you see in practice and you have the ability to do as a team?
Yeah, I think, as the season goes on, we emphasize making small increments each game. And, I think as the season goes on, we get more confident as an offense. We do have some new parts of this offense, still getting that connection together. And, we didn't really key on being more explosive today. I think we're just improving as an offense. And, we were by no means perfect today. We have a long ways to go. But, this was a good step.
What has contributed to you and Arlen's ability to rapidly become a part of this offense so far this season?
Yeah, I think it helps, but, we still have a lot of other guys, too, that can make plays. And me and Arlen were able to show what we can do today, and that was big. I think that's good for the coaches to know that they have more playmakers that they can trust. But, we have a lot of guys in the receiving room that can make plays. So.
Do you know you're going to start today?
No, not necessarily. Not a surprise. We kind of do packages, and my package was up first, so.
You think, man, that's
Yeah,
big deal.
Yeah, definitely. I'm grateful every day. I'm grateful when I run out there. I'm grateful, that I can be out here in front of 75,000 people come to watch us play, and that means a lot. And there's a lot of people that would love to be in this position, and I don't ever take that for granted. So.
Was the sun in your eyes at all on that first touchdown catch? There's a lot of times the sun is over there, but I'm just curious if you had any difficulty.
Yeah, I lost the ball for about 3 seconds, but and luckily it popped back into my vision, and that's part of it. You can't make excuses. That is part of the elements, and you see different elements throughout the year. So luckily, I'm grateful. Came down with it. Felt good.
One more.
I think you're one of 5 true freshman receivers ever to start as a true freshman here under Kirk. And is that just kind of a testament to putting in the work in the off season and then coming up with those big catches? Does it make you feel like you're more part of the offense rather than going out there and maybe not getting a catch or just kind of running routes?
Well, I definitely did try to work my hardest this offseason. I came in knowing, I can control what I can control, and, I came in and try to work as hard at all the things that I can, and, I have control over, and I handle, whether that's workouts, whether that's practice, meetings, being locked in. And I want to give, a testament to Coach Copeland and Coach Brian Ferentz also. They encouraged me. It definitely wasn't always easy at times. It was tough at times. And, they kept my head straight, and, I can't, they emphasize me not rushing the process. Things will come when they're supposed to, and I trusted that. And, today was a start, but, we have bigger goals in mind. So.
Okay, thanks, Keegan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you.
All right, questions for Sam LaPorte? Jack, you had 18 tackles today. Did it feel like it?
No, honestly. The first half was, we're going to need a lot of improvement, so we're just going to get back on it. It starts tonight with how we recover, how we take on all aspects of this next week, because we got a short week. So I feel like the defense is pretty locked in, and so is the offense. I'm not too worried about it. So.
Do you still get a 24-hour rule, a short week, or is it
Um,
like an 18-hour rule?
I mean, it's kind of like they do say you get 24-hour rule, but I mean it depends on the personality. I feel like some guys have already flipped the switch. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm probably gonna go lay in bed and definitely see my mom and my dad and my brother. So.
About the fumble and how big a play that was there.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this against Iowa State. That's not even my play. That was all the defensive line. I couldn't tell if it was forced out or if it was just a mishandle, but just stepping up when things need to happen. It's the defense, and we just need to continue to do that. So.
What is the ball always seem to find you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just try to get around the ball first and foremost, and then usually like good things happen. So, yeah. No.
18 tackles. I mean, how were you able to find the ball so often today? I mean, and how were you able to shake off blocks, or was that defensive line keeping you free?
I mean, I'm going to give all the credit to the defensive line keeping me free. Also, Seth Benson and Justin Jacobs setting edges, allowing me to flow inside out. I'm in coverage. Just never giving up on a play, no matter how far down the field it is. Just giving all-out effort every single snap, eye discipline, fundamentals. It just all starts right there.
A couple of weeks ago, you kind of referred to Iowa as like the Mutts of college football, and I feel like you're always coming in here like there's some sort of chip on your shoulder, per se. Like, do you feel like you play like you're an underdog all the time, or like what is kind of behind that mentality?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just show up and I make Coach Parker and Coach Wallace, Coach Bell, and Coach Neiman hold us to the highest standards. And I know we got a majority of the guys who maybe got overlooked by a lot of programs. And you can even say that with the coaching staff. I mean, Coach Wallace was kind of the one who started it, so I'm not going to take credit for it because he started out at like a D3 school. He's a GA here, but he's just worked his way up. And I kind of take that approach of just like no one ever believing in you, and you show up every day and you give it your all, and like good things are going to happen to you. So I feel like that's kind of flowed into the linebacker room and trying to get out to the defense. But we know it's going to be a fight every single time we step on the field, and that's just something we're just trying to prove. And we know a lot of people are going to doubt us, and that's okay.
There was a moment in time where people didn't believe in you personally?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, just throughout my life, I mean, a lot of people, like a 6'5" linebacker, like, oh, you must not be able to move. I'm not going to say what the coaching staff said it to me, but I didn't have the right ankle bend or something like that. So just being able to move on, but having this great opportunity to play for the Iowa Hawkeyes and being from the state of Iowa, it's just one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. So I'm grateful for the opportunity every day, but I'm also trying to have that chip on my shoulder approach and spread it to all the other guys and just never be satisfied. So
You guys just won your 10th straight game, and 9 of which have come by double digits. I mean, does that kind of enter your mind at all, or is it just a number?
Yeah, I didn't know that. But I mean, it starts in practice, then camp, just iron sharpens iron mentality. We push the offense, they push us, and then just going out there and doing it every single week. Coach Ferentz always preaches consistency. So does the whole coaching staff. And I mean, what a great example of consistency with Coach Ferentz. He's been here for 21 years, I believe. So I could be wrong, but how many?
23.
23, exactly.
Freddie Pacheco, the fight doctor, work on you? What happened there?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah.
Generalizing, it seems like the defensive guys that have come in here have been a little more angry maybe than the offensive guys. Are you guys feeling like you didn't perform to your standards? Or am I misreading?
No, I mean, the standard is so high. The standard is so high that, like, we have a standard where we go in and see, like, all the goals, and if we met them, But if you go in and meet all the goals, you can do better. So it's like you really just. I mean, I went and enjoyed the celebration with my teammates. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just something about you can always do better, and that's just something that we hold in high value as a defense. So.
Seth talked about your relationship and off the field, and how do you guys feed off each other on the field, and how does that happen?
Yeah, I'd say just it starts with just building that relationship off the field. Me and him do like numerous Bible studies together, and being a Christian, it's pretty cool to have someone right next to you who you've talked about hard things with, and you know you can trust. And then when game time comes, like if I'm not doing my job, he'll get on me and let me know. It's just I know that he's like giving that out of love, and that's just something that we've been trying to build since I've gotten here, because he was a year ahead of me. And then also the relationship with Jess, just trying to have conversation outside of the building. Jess is a great kid, and when we get out on the field, it's the same thing. We both hold each other to the high standards. So just being able to have those connections within the linebacker group, but then you like sprout it out to the defense is going to be a major key, and just keeping pushing this thing forward. So.
Does this game reach your standards?
Does it reach our standards?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
had the big individual numbers, and you got the win, etc.
Yeah.
But I'm not sensing whether or not you feel
I
satisfied.
mean, I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong, but it's just we have so much improvement, and individual numbers aren't going to matter if the team doesn't win. So we got the win today. I'm excited about that, and like I said earlier, I was celebrating the heck out of that with my teammates. But just knowing the fact that we got a short week ahead of us and we got to get back on it, it's just a little bit more urgency. So, but don't get me wrong, I'm so glad we won that game. And I mean, we just got to understand that it's time's of the essence right now. So.
Jack, what is it about this defense that gets it to come up with a big play when you guys need it, like the fumble today? I mean, is it something that you guys pride on, or is it something you tell each other, we got to make a play in order to change this game?
Yeah, I mean, we just go out there every single snap and all-out effort. Like, that's a standard. All-out attitude, having great attitudes. I mean, you could go out there, mess up a play, and then the next snap you go make a big play. It's just that kind of mindset, and it's like, oh, if they get a big play on us, like, we're not going to hang our heads. We're going to go get lined up and move on to that next play, and just playing with that every single snap can take a toll on an offense, and that's something we're trying to do. So.
Okay, thanks, Jack.
I appreciate it.
Coaches, you're next.
Hey guys.
Any questions for Seth?
After the first half, what seemed to be kind of a struggle, what took place at halftime? And then what was the kind of the mindset of the team going into the third quarter?
Yeah, I think there's nothing dramatic that ever changes. We just got to tighten things down, be tighter to our fits, run the ball better, wrap up, tackle better. And I mean, yeah, that's all that really took place. Like, we just got to pick it up, and we've got a big second half coming up.
That fumble was a big momentum changer for you guys. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was empty. I can't remember. It wasn't empty, but I was detached, so I didn't really see it happen. I was kind of run off, and then I heard everything go crazy. It was kind of like last week on the goal line when that fumble happened, and we got a touchback. Like, I had no idea what happened. And then I looked back, and Jack recovered it, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then, and that's really what I saw from it. But I think why he got it. But, that's something you just got to pick up in the second half, raking at balls, getting turnovers, creating momentum, getting our offense the ball back, good field position.
What was the biggest issue in the first half of third down defense? I mean, I'm sure you guys will mention the stats at half. It was not characteristic of you guys. What was happening there in your eyes?
They got a really good tight end. They got a really good football team, and they converted, and that's just something I have. We got to tighten that down. We got to get off the field on third down. That's one of our big goals, get off the field, get the ball back, get good field position for our offense. And, that tight end was pretty good, and they just gave us some looks that we needed to adjust to, and
You and Jack combined for 29 tackles. What enabled you to be able to fly to the ball like that?
How many Jack have?
18.
Nah. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it doesn't surprise me he has 18 tackles the way he goes about his business each and every day. You know, focus on the fundamentals, pushing himself. He pushes me every day. I try to push him. And then what allows us to do that, relying on our coaches, our teammates, go out there, run to the football. And, you know, we just got to, you know, attack the week Sunday through Friday, and Saturday is just a byproduct. And that's what we pride ourselves in. And you got to attack the week in order to come out here and play good football. What?
You had harder hits.
I don't know about that.
How do you guys feel just getting out of this? Kind of, you survived a tough test, survived adversity. That's got to feel at least positive, right?
Yeah, I mean, every win's a good win, no matter how it happens. But we got a short week coming up this week. Push it forward. Come back in the building tomorrow and focus on the things that, you know, the defense we really pride ourselves on, and that's practicing super hard during the week, focusing on the fundamentals and just attacking each and every day, and that's what we got to push forward.
What's your relationship like with Jack? Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's yeah. I mean, so he's one grade below me, and like it definitely, I'd consider him one of my best friends, and he'd do anything for me, and I'd do anything for him. It's grown a lot over the past couple years. We're in a couple Bible studies together, and that's just something that we value in our life, and I mean, like, if he's down, like, I'm always going to pick him up. If I'm down, he's always going to pick me up, and I kind of know his mannerisms. He knows my mannerisms, and it's just seeing someone go about his business the way he does. It pushes you to be greater, and that goes for the whole defense, the whole team. And he's just someone you want to be around. He's just someone you want to hang out with, someone you want to get to know, and yeah, that's Jack.
You had like 1.5 tackles for loss. What was really working for you as far as getting, like, you know, limiting those yards and taking away yards from this offense?
Yeah, just a couple times they gave us some looks, and they came back to those looks, and being able to, you know, read those and get to the ball faster. Sometimes we brought a safety down, which allows us to play faster as well. But just, I mean, the linemen up front are, if we get a tackle for loss, they're doing their job. They're getting knockbacks. They're keeping guys off us, and so then we can squirt through there and hopefully get a tackle for loss.
In all 4 games this year, you guys have had a major impact play defensively, whether it's a touchdown or a safety, or in this case, almost a touchdown right there in where they scored the next play. Is there does that breed a confidence among you guys that you know you can make these plays rather than hoping or wishing that they happen?
Yeah, Coach Wallace always tells us, like, you have to know what's going to happen. And I mean, that's kind of like something with visualization. Like, if you see it before you do it, you're going to, you know, be faster to it. And if you hope something's going to happen, it's not going to happen. You just have to take it upon yourself to, you know, go out there and do your job, and then do more than your job. Maybe get a ball out, rake out balls, come in, maybe get another shot on a guy if someone else has him hold up. And yeah, I think that, you know, you just get things rolling, and after a while, you know, you have that confidence that, all right, we got to get one here. We got to get a touchdown. We got to score. We haven't scored yet. So I think that's something that, you know, we're trying to breed in our defense.
And Jack in particular, I mean, not only 18 tackles, but last week he was part of the safety. He forced the fumble. This one he recovered it.
Yep.
He also recovered one 2 weeks ago. I don't know that many people have made as many impact plays nationally as him. What is it that makes him athletically so gifted on the field and almost tip it in his direction?
Yeah, I mean, when you hustle the ball and you do things right, a lot of good things are going to happen. And, I mean, he's going to go 100% probably after the whistle maybe sometimes, just because, you know, he's just got that dog in him. I think he said told you guys about the mutt things last week. But, yeah, I mean, that's true. That's kind of how we go about things. And if you push things forward and you go 100% each and every day, good things are going to happen. And when you do above and beyond like he does, you know, he's going to be around the ball.
Okay, thanks, Seth.
Thank you, guys.
Jack will be next. So on your touchdown, it looked like there was another screen pass called, screen pass is what they converged on, and then you were able to kind of run up. I mean, was that something you guys worked on through the week, you figured would happen, or is that just flow of the game and it really worked out at that point?
It was kind of one of those trickeration plays that we had dialed up early in the week. We ran 2 tunnel screens last week, and we figured that they'd be, accounting for that. So we got the look that we wanted, and, I scored on it. So.
Did you know it was illegal to spin a football?
It's one of those things I regret as soon as I did it because I saw the ref reaching for the flag. But at the end of the day, we're having fun out there, and I was celebrating, and it's too bad. We love to celebrate in the end zone as a team, but I didn't know. I mean, there's a weird gray area with the celebration stuff, and I know they're cutting back on that. So I'll learn next time.
Do you practice your spin?
No, not really. It's just one of those things that's a spur of the moment. You feel really good. You got 70,000 people screaming for you. So, I had every pair of eyes on me in the stadium. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not one of those things that you really practice, or at least I don't practice. It just kind of happened.
How does it feel to be that wide open in a football game like that?
Don't drop it, It's one of the. I was talking to Tyrone about that on the sideline. It's one of those things that if you get a ball, shot on you real quick and you're blanketed, you don't think twice about it. You just go out and snag it. But when you're that wide open, you kind of second guess yourself, like, oh my gosh, that ball's taking forever to get to me, So it just, it was one of those feelings that just speed up a little bit.
How does it feel to be able to have a little more of a deep passing game than you've had maybe in past games?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to help the team in as many ways as I can. Of course, running, run blocking, and of course, catching the ball down the field. I love stretching the field vertically, and it takes a lot of effort from a lot of my teammates, long time pass blocking and stuff like that, sending the ball down the field. So,
What was your feeling just as a team at halftime? Did you feel anxiety or confidence?
Your back's against the wall. You're at home. That you got to get the crowd into it, and of course, you're down to, a team that other people say that you should beat. But of course, we know going into the game that every play from the first to the last, it's going to be a dogfight. So of course, we felt like we had to step it up a notch, and we ended up doing that. So that was great, of course. But
why do you think it changed? What about this team made it change in the second half?
I don't know if there was something that made it change more than the fact that we just felt like we had to go out and do something about it. We knew that what we were capable of coming into the week, and we felt like we should be winning the football game, and it kind of pissed us off a little bit. But of course, they were playing a great game and they were fighting hard, so we had to earn it.
What was it like seeing Keegan get those couple big plays?
It's awesome. I remember when I was out there as a freshman in 2019. It's kind of a feeling you can't describe. It's just bullets are flying past you 24/7. But to see him out there as a true freshman doing the things that he's doing, it's really promising, and he's going to have a great future for the Hawks.
Spencer talked a little bit about this, but on that touchdown, what was the actual coverage like? Where did you see it? How'd you get so open?
I saw it as a post-safety zone, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw the safety, which was the guy that should have been covering me, drive on the ball, which should have been going to the tunnel screen. And it's kind of a timing thing. You feel the timer in your head, and you see him trigger, and then you kind of just slip right up the seam. And like I said, I was wide open, so can't get any better than that.
The passing game was able to get, I think, 5 plays of 20-plus yards, a couple other ones that were explosive for touchdowns. How good did that feel just to be able to make some of those plays in the passing game, which really hadn't come easy, certainly, in the first
Right.
game.
It makes drives a whole lot easier when you can, chuck a bomb and get off the field in 4 plays compared to, we had a 20-play drive last week. So it just makes things a whole lot easier, and, there's less room for error when there's less plays.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Dan.
Zach, what's kind of the overall feeling in there? Relief? Is it joy? What are you feeling after this win?
I think we're definitely happy with our performance in the second half. It's definitely it's good to have that someone lights a fire under you. We definitely we didn't play our brand of football in the first half, but I think we did a good job in the second half. So there's a lesson to be learned there.
Does that help? Does a short week help? I guess. I'm not saying you should feel bad about the game. I'm just saying move forward from this.
Yeah, certainly our focus. We have to shift quicker. Obviously, short week. There's gonna be a little less downtime, a little less rest. Recovery is going to be important, but yeah, it definitely helps shift our focus.
How big of a lift was that play there where the fumble and YA caused and Jack was able to recover and just kind of shooting momentum and energy into the team?
Yeah, that was huge. And like I said, I think it was kind of a symptom of us coming out and playing our brand of football in the second half. Obviously, we've made some of those plays in the last couple of games, so I think you don't want to expect it, but that's like Seth said, that's something that you want to, that's something you should be striving for at all times, is to make big plays like that.
Did anybody say anything at halftime? To kind of light the fire a little bit for you guys?
No cliche rah-rah speech or something like that. Just, that we need to get back to our brand of football, that we need to do the things that we've been coached to do, and I think we got back to that.
Was Phil upset?
Yes.
Is he happy or not?
We'll see.
Scale of 1 to 10 of Phil being angry, where was this one?
This one? I mean, that's just a different scale of reference from everyone else. But I'd say for him probably like a 6.5. But that's not saying he wasn't angry.
What have you seen through Van Ness through the first 4 games?
He, just like all the other young guys on the D-line, have been doing a great job. Since spring ball, that's really showing right now. He's been out there making a lot of plays, and excited to see what he can do come the rest of the season.
What's helped this pass rush get home more the last 2 games?
I definitely think we've been focusing on it. We've been focused on the technique of the O-line, little things that we can exploit, but definitely just effort, just never stopping. Maybe your first move misses, just keep going, because you never know how long that quarterback's going to hold it for.
What's it like having somebody like Jack behind you? Because no matter what you guys are doing, he seems to be sideline to sideline cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's definitely reassuring. He and Seth, and obviously the rest of our back seven, have done a great job. So we know if we do our jobs, that things are going to be cleaned up pretty well. So it's definitely reassuring.
Seth was saying that a win is a win no matter how it's done. Are you of that same mindset?
Yeah, absolutely. This is college football. That's a great team. They gave us their best shot, and we can't come out of here with our heads down. We have to see what worked and what didn't. Obviously, the first half, that's not how we need to play. The second half is, so we need to make those adjustments so we can play like the second half next week.
Okay, thanks, Zach.
Jacob Johnson next.
Keegan, was that sort of like a storybook kind of opening season?